Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time we're looking into the world of Midjourney AI.
That's right. We're diving deep into this AI image generation tool that's making waves.
Yeah, it seems like it's being used for all sorts of things, from making T-shirt designs and NFTs to even generating hilarious Simpsons-themed images.
And all that just from a few words or a phrase.
Exactly. So by the end of this deep dive, you'll have a good grasp of what Midjourney can do, whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, or just curious about AI.
We've got some really interesting sources to dig into, so let's get started.
Okay, so first things first, for anyone who might not be familiar, can you give us a quick breakdown of what Midjourney is and what sets it apart?
Sure. So Midjourney is this AI program that takes your text descriptions, which we call prompts, and turns them into images. And it lives on Discord, so that's kind of cool because it creates a community.
So it's not just a standalone program.
No, it's got this social aspect to it.
And what about the image quality? I mean, how does it compare to other AI image generators out there?
The artistic quality is actually one of the things that really sets Midjourney apart. The images it produces often have a unique aesthetic that you don't always see with other AI generators.
One of our sources shows how much the outputs have evolved. They actually show how the same prompt for a cityscape evolved from Midjourney V1 to V6.
Oh yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Like in V1, it's interesting, but V6 takes it to another level.
Totally. It's almost like concept art for a film.
I know. It's amazing how quickly this technology is advancing.
It really is. Each new version brings such significant improvements in image quality and all the style options. It's wild.
Okay, so we've talked about the tech itself, but one of the things that caught my eye was this article about people making over $2,000 a month selling their Midjourney creations on Etsy.
You're kidding me?
I'm serious. Is that really a
That
thing?
is definitely a thing. The source we have actually breaks down this specific business model where people are creating 3D tumbler wraps using Midjourney and selling them on Etsy.
What are 3D tumbler wraps?
They're essentially digital designs that give the impression of a 3D graphic wrapped around a tumbler.
I see. So people buy them and then print them themselves or use a print-on-demand service.
Exactly. It's like a mock-up of a customized tumbler.
Gotcha. So it taps into that whole personalization trend.
Yeah, people want unique items these days, and tumblers are really popular right now.
And it looks like the successful Etsy sellers have some strategies they use, like temporarily lowering prices, bundling products together, and constantly uploading new designs.
It's pretty smart. You have to keep things fresh and exciting.
It's fascinating how people are turning this creative tool into a legitimate business.
It is.
But beyond the money-making aspect, what about Midjourney's impact on the creative world in general?
Oh, that's where things get really interesting.
I've seen sources about how Midjourney is being used to design book covers, create illustrations for children's books, and even generate NFTs.
Oh, yeah. It's opening so many doors for people who maybe don't have traditional artistic skills but still have these incredible ideas.
Like there's this one story about a children's book author who used Midjourney for the illustrations and ended up selling over 500 copies.
That's amazing.
I know, it's really empowering.
And it's not just illustrations. Midjourney is becoming a popular tool for creating personalized avatars and portraits, especially in the gaming and streaming communities.
Yeah, I saw that one source even mentioned a streamer who gave away Midjourney-created avatars to their top fans.
And then got flooded with requests for custom commissions.
Exactly. It's really shaking things up.
It really is.
Okay, so we've talked about how it works, how people are using it to earn money, and its impact on the creative world.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about its limitations. Is it just still images, or is there potential for more? One article mentioned video and 3D capabilities.
Oh, you're picking up on something big. There have been some hints about those features coming soon.
Really?
Yeah. David Holtz, Midjourney's founder, has actually talked about this Midjourney holodeck.
What?
Yeah, an immersive environment where you can actually step into and interact with your creations. It's pretty wild.
That sounds straight out of Star Trek.
I know it's super ambitious, but they're known for pushing boundaries, and they've actually started building a hardware team, so it seems like they're serious about making this holodeck concept a reality.
Wow, so they're really going all in.
They are, and it shows their commitment to innovation.
Okay, so we've talked about how it works, how people are using it to make money, its potential for future evolution.
Right.
But for someone just starting out, how do you even begin to use Midjourney? I mean, all those style codes and parameters seem a little daunting.
I know it can seem overwhelming at first, but it's not as complicated as you might think.
Okay, good.
Midjourney V6 actually has this cool feature called Style Random. So you just like SREF random into your prompt, and the program generates a unique aesthetic every time.
So it's like getting a surprise artistic style.
Yeah, exact.
But what if you find a style you love and want to use it again?
That's where specific style codes come in. Each randomly generated style has a corresponding code you can use to recreate it.
Oh, makes sense.
It looks something like a bless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just think of them as shortcuts to specific aesthetics.
So there are style codes out there that can give you a vintage faded look or a hyper-realistic style with bold colors.
Yep, there are tons of options.
It's like having this endless library of artistic possibilities at your fingertips.
Exactly, and it gets even better. They're actually developing a visual dictionary.
What's that?
It's basically going to be a catalog of countless art styles, complete with their codes and visual examples.
So you could browse and instantly replicate any style you want.
Exactly. It's going to be a game changer.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
So let's say someone is ready to dive in and start creating. What are some key tips for writing effective prompts? I mean, what makes a good prompt versus a mediocre one?
The most important thing is to be as clear, specific, and descriptive as possible. Avoid any ambiguity and use keywords that really capture the subject matter, mood, and style you're going for.
So it's like giving Midjourney detailed instructions for painting your vision.
Exactly. The more detail you provide, the better the results.
What about some of those advanced techniques I've heard of, things like character reference, image blending, and a describe feature?
Oh, yeah, those are great for taking your Midjourney skills to the next level.
How do those work?
Well, with character reference, you can use an existing image as a base for generating new characters. With image blending, you can combine multiple images, and the describe feature is super cool. You upload an image, and Midjourney analyzes it to generate prompts so you can replicate elements of that image or its style.
So it's almost like reverse engineering an image to understand its artistic DNA.
Exactly.
It seems like there are just endless possibilities with Midjourney.
There really are, and as AI image generation continues to evolve, those possibilities are only going to expand further. It's an exciting time to be creative.
It really is. This has been incredible so far.
I agree.
We've learned so much about what Midjourney is, how it works, and the amazing things people are doing with it.
Yeah, it's been a great discussion.
But we've only just scratched the surface. Stay with us in part 2. We'll be delving even deeper into Midjourney's potential impact on art business and even ethics.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Midjourney.
Before we jumped into the break, we were talking about some really cool advanced techniques like image blending and character referencing.
Right, those are definitely some powerful tools.
Yeah.
But, I want to assure anyone listening who might be feeling a bit intimidated, you don't have to be a tech expert to get amazing results with Midjourney.
No, not at all.
The beauty of it is that it encourages you to experiment and play around.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
Exactly. Try different things, see what happens, and most importantly, have fun with it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, I have to bring up this article about people using Midjourney to create Simpsons-themed images.
Oh, yeah, I saw those.
Some of the examples were hilarious. Homer as a cyberpunk samurai, Bart riding a unicorn through Springfield. It's amazing what people are coming up with.
It's pretty wild.
I know.
What I find so fascinating about those Simpsons examples is that they demonstrate Midjourney's ability to tap into popular culture.
Yeah, and generate images that are instantly recognizable.
Exactly, and shareable.
It makes you wonder about the possibilities for things like personalized merchandise.
Oh, totally.
Imagine having a T-shirt with a Midjourney-generated image of yourself as a Simpsons character.
That would be awesome.
I know, right?
There's definitely a huge market for that kind of personalized content, and Midjourney makes it so accessible.
For sure.
You could create stickers, posters, phone cases. The possibilities are endless.
And one of our sources actually talks about the booming print-on-demand market.
It seems like Midjourney is perfectly positioned to play a major role in that space.
So far, we've been focusing on Midjourney's creative potential and its applications in art and business.
Right.
But I think it's also important to address the ethical considerations surrounding AI image generation as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any concerns about how this technology could be used?
That's an absolutely crucial question. Any powerful technology has the potential for both positive and negative applications.
For sure.
One of the concerns that has been raised is the possibility of Midjourney being used to create deepfakes.
Oh yeah, deepfakes are a big concern.
Images that are so realistic they could be mistaken for real photographs.
If people start using this technology to spread misinformation or damage someone's reputation, things could get out of hand quickly.
It's a valid concern, but it's also important to remember that Midjourney, like any tool, is ultimately in the hands of the user.
Right.
It's up to individuals to use this technology ethically and responsibly.
And thankfully, there are a lot of brilliant people working on developing detection methods for deepfakes.
Right. And raising awareness about their potential dangers.
That's good to hear. It seems like with any new technology, there's always a period of adjustment
Yeah,
as society grapples with its implications.
for sure.
Hopefully, as AI image generation becomes more widespread, we can find ways to harness its power for good while mitigating the risks.
Absolutely. And it seems like Midjourney as a company is taking a very thoughtful approach to its development.
Oh, that's good.
In one of the sources, David Holtz talks about his philosophy of sustainable growth and community building.
So it's not all about profit.
He's not just interested in rapid expansion or maximizing profits. He wants to create something that people genuinely find valuable and use for positive purposes.
That's refreshing to hear. So many tech companies these days seem solely focused on growth and profit.
Right.
Sometimes at the expense of ethical considerations. It's encouraging to see Midjourney taking a more measured, community-centric approach.
I agree. And that community aspect is a big part of what makes Midjourney unique.
Yeah, because it lives on Discord, right?
Right. Operating through Discord fosters a collaborative environment.
So people can connect and share their work.
Exactly. Users can connect, share tips and ideas, and learn from each other. It creates a real sense of shared excitement and a supportive atmosphere for exploration.
It sounds like a fantastic platform for anyone interested in AI image generation to dive in and connect with other enthusiasts.
Precisely. And that, to me, is what makes Midjourney so exciting.
Yeah?
It's not just a tool, it's a community, a movement, a glimpse into the future of creativity.
Speaking of the future, one of the most intriguing things we came across in our research was the mention of a demographic mode switching feature that Midjourney might be developing.
Oh yeah, I read about that.
Can you explain what that's all about?
Sure, David Holtz hinted at this idea during a recent Midjourney office hours session.
Okay.
Essentially, it would allow users to switch between different demographic modes, which would influence the styles and aesthetics generated by the program.
So hypothetically, you could switch to a specific mode,
Mhm.
and the AI would then generate images that reflect the visual styles typically associated with that demographic.
Exactly. It's a fascinating concept.
It is?
But it's also one that has the potential to spark some debate within the community.
Yeah, I can see why.
Some people have expressed concerns about the possibility of reinforcing stereotypes.
If not handled carefully, a feature like that could perpetuate harmful biases rather than promoting diversity and inclusivity.
That's a valid point, and I'm sure it's something that the Midjourney team is taking into consideration.
Hopefully they are.
It will be interesting to see how they approach this feature if they decide to develop it
And
further.
This has been an incredibly thought-provoking deep dive so far.
All right, it has.
We've covered so much ground, from the technical details of Midjourney to its wider impact on creativity business and even ethics.
It's a lot to take in.
But we've got one more part to this journey,
Okay.
and I have a feeling it's going to be the most exciting yet.
Oh, I can't wait.
Stay with us as we explore the mind-blowing possibilities and predictions for the future of Midjourney in Part 3. All right, welcome back to the final part of our Midjourney deep dive.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We really have, from the basics to some pretty mind-blowing stuff.
I know, right?
So in this last part, let's take a leap into the future.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's next for Midjourney? What does the future hold for this AI powerhouse?
Well, remember that Midjourney holodeck we were talking about?
Yeah, that immersive environment thing.
That's just the beginning, actually. David Holtz has been hinting at other crazy ambitious plans they're working on.
Really? Like what?
Well, first up, video generation.
Wait, what, AI-generated videos?
It's happening. They're working on it right now.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but how's that even possible?
They're training AI models on massive data sets of videos.
Oh, wow.
It's complex, but Midjourney is already making some serious progress.
So when can we expect to see this?
Well, they've actually suggested that video generation could be a key feature in the next major version, Midjourney V7.
V7. Already, we were just talking about V6.
I know it feels like it's moving at warp speed.
It really does. But that just shows how rapidly AI is advancing as a whole.
Exactly. And here's the really exciting part. V7 isn't just about video.
So what else is in store?
David Holtz has described it as really good and pretty intense, so we can definitely expect some major advancements across the board.
Intense. Hopefully in a good way.
I think so. There's been talk about even better image quality, finer control over styles, and maybe even some basic 3D capabilities.
3D Midjourney creations, that's next level stuff.
I know, right?
We've gone from images to
Right.
videos, 3D worlds, and now maybe even physical objects. My brain is struggling to keep up.
It's amazing, isn't it? It really highlights how Midjourney isn't just about making art, it's about fueling imagination, pushing boundaries.
Totally.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about AI and its growing capabilities, does it raise any concerns about the role of human artists? Will they become obsolete?
That's a great question, and it's one that a lot of people are thinking about. But personally, I see Midjourney as a tool that enhances human creativity, not replaces it.
So kind of like a new instrument for an artist to use.
Exactly. It offers new ways to express ideas, experiment with different styles, and even collaborate with other artists.
So in the end, it's still the human artist who's guiding the process, making those creative decisions.
Exactly.
That's good to hear because I think there's always a fear that technology will take over everything.
Yeah, I understand that fear, but in this case, I think AI can actually help us be more creative.
Speaking of which, you mentioned earlier that Midjourney is venturing into hardware as well.
Oh, yeah. They
Is that all related to that holodeck concept, or is there something else going on there?
Well, David Holtz has actually mentioned developing Midjourney hardware that would let you physically interact with your creations.
So you could actually touch and feel your AI-generated art.
Exactly. He hasn't given us any specifics yet, but imagine something like a 3D printer that could bring your Midjourney designs into the real world.
A Midjourney 3D printer. I can't even wrap my head around that. That would be a game changer.
It would, and it just goes to show how fast innovation is happening in this field. Exploring a topic like Midjourney is really like taking a journey into the unknown. It's constantly evolving and reminding us that the future of creativity is really limitless.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap things up. We've explored how Midjourney works, the amazing things people are doing with it, and the incredible possibilities that lie ahead.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride.
It really has. So if you're listening and you haven't tried Midjourney yet, I encourage you to check it out and see what you can create. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics, and be sure to check out the description below for links to all the sources we discussed, as well as some bonus resources to help you get started with Midjourney. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep those imaginations firing on all cylinders.